Let me ask you a very honest question. If a dental marketing company reached out to you today, what would be your first reaction? Would it be curiosity or skepticism? Well, if you said skepticism, you're not wrong, and for good reason. Here's the core problem. Dentists don't distrust marketing because they don't believe in growth. They distrust marketing because they've been burned. They've been burned by SEO companies that promise rankings that never get turned into real patients. They've been burned by ad agencies generating leads but never booked. Burned by consultants who gave advice but didn't stick around to execute it. And after a while, every new pitch just starts to sound the same. More clicks, more impressions, more buzzwords, but no real clarity. Here's the truth. Most marketing companies won't say it out loud. The real objection isn't price, and it's not even trust. It's uncertainty. Dentists are asking themselves, how do I know this will actually work? How do I know who's accountable? And how do I know I won't be right back here in 6 months? The uncertainty creates hesitation, and hesitation kills growth. The dental marketing world is very crowded. There's SEO agencies, ad agencies, web designers, coaches, SaaS platforms. Everyone specializes in something, but no one owns everything. And when growth slows down, everyone points fingers. Well, it's the website, it's the front desk, it's the market we're in. Meanwhile, the dentist is left holding the bill, the bag, and in total confusion. The problem isn't even effort, but it's fragmentation. Growth doesn't come from one tactic, it comes from systems working together until someone owns the entire patient acquisition process from visibility to retention. Marketing is always going to feel like a gamble. Dentists don't need other vendors or another vendor. They need clarity. They need predictability. They need accountability. Not another tactic, not another channel, but a complete system. And this is a system that we call the dental patient acquisition engine. And there is a reason why practices who are using this system grow while others stay stuck in guessing. And if you're tired of guessing, you're going to want to hear and see what I tell you next. You see, I want to introduce to you the dental patient acquisition engine. And I want to talk to you about how it works and why it benefits so many practices. Most marketing companies start by asking the wrong questions, like, do you want SEO or do you want ads? Do you want more tactics? Do you want more leads? These are really the wrong questions. The real question is this: how does a stranger become a long-term patient in your practice? Because growth doesn't happen in one step. It happens through a sequence, and when that sequence isn't engineered intentionally, patients leak out at every stage. The dental patient acquisition engine is a 5-part system that's designed to control the entire journey. Every practice, whether they realize it or not, already has some version of this engine. The difference is some engines are intentional while others are accidental. And an accidental system produces accidental results. So let me walk you through the layers of this system and why they're important. Layer 1 is visibility. If patients cannot find you when they're ready to book, nothing else matters. Layer 2 is authority. Patients don't just search, they evaluate. They choose who feels trustworthy before they call. Layer 3 is conversion. Traffic doesn't grow practices, decisions do. This is where interest either turns into action or it disappears altogether. And layer 4 is capture and follow up. This is where most practices lose the most patients. Missed calls, slow responses, no systems. And layer 5 is retention and amplification. This is what turns growth from something that you chase around into something that compounds. When all 5 layers work together, growth stops feeling random. So why does this matter? Let me give you some key insight here. Most practices don't need more marketing. They need fewer leaks. Fixing just one weak layer in the engine can produce more growth than doubling your ad spend, but you can't fix what you don't understand. And you can't manage what no one owns. This is why we don't sell SEO. We don't even sell ads. We don't sell websites. We build and manage an entire engine, one system, one strategy, one partner, and accountable for growth. I'm going to show you how to identify your weakest engine layers and what those gaps may be costing your practice every single month. Because once you see the leaks clearly, the path forward becomes very obvious and growth stops being a guessing game. So let's discuss where most dental practices are losing patients, and frankly, most of them don't even know it. Let me share something most dentists don't realize until it's pointed out. You're probably losing patients every single month, and it's not because of bad dentistry. It's because of invisible system gaps. Most practices assume growth problems mean we need more traffic, we need more ads, we need more spend. But in reality, most practices don't have a traffic problem. They have a leakage problem. And here are the 4 big leaks. Leak number 1 is visibility. If a patient is searching for a dentist in your area and never sees you, that patient didn't choose your competitor. They just never knew you existed. Leak number 2 is conversion. Patients find your website, but they don't call. Not because they weren't interested, but because the path wasn't clear. Leak number 3 is follow-up. Missed calls, slow responses, no systems. These are patients who wanted to book but couldn't. And leak number 4 is retention. Patients who should have come back didn't. Not because they were unhappy, but because nothing pulled them back in. Now, most practices don't lose patients all at once. They lose them quietly, one here, one there, month after month. And because no one is tracking the entire system, it feels random. But it's not random, it's structural. This is why you need to know your score. Let's talk about what your dental growth engine score really means. And if growth feels inconsistent in your practice, here's the good news. It's usually not because everything is broken, but it's only because 1 or 2 things are broken. That's why we created a simple way to score the dental patient acquisition engine, and we do it in 5 layers, each scored from 0 to 5. The goal isn't perfection, but the goal is awareness. And if your total score is between 0 and 10, growth is actively leaking. If it's between 11 and 17, growth exists, but it's inconsistent. Some months are good, some aren't. If the score is between 18 and 22, growth is stable, but you're capped. You're doing many things right, but something is holding you back. And if the score is 23 to 25, that's when growth compounds. It becomes predictable. Most practices we assess fall somewhere in the middle. And that's actually encouraging because that means improvement is possible. So here's a key insight. What matters most isn't your total score, but your lowest score. 1 weak layer can choke the entire engine. If you fix the right layer, and everything else will begin to work better. So how do you diagnose the dental marketing without guessing? Guessing is the most expensive way for you to grow your dental practice. And unfortunately, it's how most marketing decisions are made. When something isn't working, practices guess. Well, let's try a new website. Let's run some more ads or some different ads. Let's switch SEO companies. But without a diagnosis, you're just changing tactics, and tactics don't fix systems. Diagnosing growth means asking different questions. Where are patients first encountering us? Where are they hesitating? Where are they dropping out? And where should growth be compounding, but it isn't? When you answer those questions, the path forward becomes very obvious. Now, here's what surprises most dentists. Even conservative estimates often reveal several patients lost each month due to visibility, several more lost due to conversion, and often the biggest loss, follow-up. We're not talking about hundreds, we're talking about enough to change your practice. And once you see it clearly, it's impossible to ignore. That's why the smartest next step is to get clarity. Understanding where growth is leaking. What is it costing you? And what you got to do first to fix it. Because when growth is engineered, it stops feeling risky. Now, if this resonates with you, then I'd like for you to give us a call at 337-446-2765, or go ahead and request your full assessment. The assessment takes about 2 weeks to do and will give you a clear picture of what is going on with your practice and how that we can help you fix the leaks. The assessment includes 2 to 3 days of coaching and consulting so we can establish clarity to move you forward. So again, call us today at 337-446-2765. We want to help you gain clarity, predictability, and develop a path forward that's going to grow your practice now and in the years to come. Thank you for watching, and again, call us today, schedule your assessment, 337-446-2765.